Good luck. Welcome back. We're in week 170 something of the teaching ladder. It's an opportunity to play a higher rated and a lower rated opponent and reflect on the game afterward. Our opponent is on an 8-win streak, so I'll try not to be too intimidated by this, but it does weigh on my mind somewhat. You know, there is something I have wanted to try for some time now, and it seems the opponent also wants to try it. So, if the opportunity provides itself, should we? Here we go. We're going to dismiss Discord. My overlay is set up properly, so that's good news. Right, so here there is a shot against this pawn. Which I think justifies this tactic. So if bishop takes pawn, bishop takes pawn. Possibly we throw in this silver move first. Right. So our opponent goes fugire, that is without pawn in hand. Or they just move out of the tactic. Either way, I have safely transitioned into this system, and I'll get some time to build my castle and things will work out somehow. At least that's my hope. Yeah, let's go ahead and castle. If I'm reckless, the bishop could end up on the 2-8 square here. So I need to be somewhat careful, at least. It's quite possible I don't need to reply to this pawn move with this pawn move. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. Okay. Where do I want my pieces here? Let's just go ahead and play Mino Castle. Mino Castle is just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with Mino Castle. Sure, it's not the fanciest system ever, but it's playable. It works against many systems. They still can't push the center pawn on account of... Oh, that's not check. They could push it. Should they? I don't know. You tell me. Actually don't, because we're playing a rated, ranked game, but afterward we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Okay. How bold am I today? Knight up gets me in trouble. They're threatening to push this. Bishop exchange Doesn't look favorable. Okay, let's actually impede my own bishop, since their king is nowhere near this bishop diagonal. But also I'm preventing this knight from moving out. So it's fine. I'm not sure where my pieces end up going eventually here. Um, hmm. Okay. Interesting. Well, I follow through on my plan, which was to defend this a second time, and perhaps drop a pawn here to cut off their rook. They also have a plan, which looks quite reasonable to me. Yeah. So, I don't like my position. Not at all. I could move this gold general forward, which seems to cover everything just barely. It's pretty exciting. It's hard to do better than that. Could drop a pawn. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Exchange, exchange. Rook takes. Wait. Exchange, exchange. Interesting. Pawn drop. Takes, takes. Bishop, silver. I wonder. Looks okay. Well, this is my plan. Let's go with the plan. Also, I know I usually don't do this, but we could check it out. There's some chat during the game. Ah. It's an exciting world. Yeah, they're a bit nervous. So let's reassure them that we'll do our best. We'll have some fun. I haven't told them that, oh no, how sloppy is my play? Like, I'm learning stuff here too. Like, sure, I've played opposing rook before. I don't consider myself a world-leading expert or proponent of the system. Just because I got stuff to learn, man. It's not easy. Well, this is a good system, I think. I think I'm okay with the bishop exchange here. Huh. Wait a second. It seems like my pawn's running up the board quite quickly. So that might be tricky to stop. This is something I've enjoyed in other opposing rook games, is when I get the chance, just shove the pawn up the board. I don't always get this chance because it's difficult to coordinate this. But sometimes it happens, and so we seize the moment when it does. Now, I had anticipated like pushing this pawn and completing high Mino, but I didn't have time to do that. Like, the opponent's attack over here came kind of swiftly. I am curious because I would like to play this attack. I just don't understand how it works. But yeah, there's some practical problems for both players here. That does attack my pawn. Does attack my gold and threatens to promote the bishop. Bishop drop, rook over. Does not, well, actually wait, bishop drop, rook takes pawn. I can read that out. That's not hard to read. What I've started banking on here is I just push the pawn twice. This looks too strong. So it could be tactical shots here somehow. Ah, right. Right. Yes, I move my rook and then they do this fork and then I hit them back. I don't have anything better. Not that I see. I could hit the horse with my rook. Then they eventually bring the rook over, and I don't profit from that. I could drop a bishop here. It's no better. All right, we hit the bishop. All right, they gain a piece. It's okay, though. Somehow this is going to be fine. Yeah, this is pretty wild, eh? I've given a piece for whatever this is. Um, if I take the knight, if I go over, I don't know what to do. If I go over, the silver advances. I should just take the knight, right? And I could take the lance. Knights are awesome pieces. We'll take a knight. Um, so material-wise, they have a promoted horse. I've got a bishop in hand. They're slightly up on material. After apologizing how they played something. I don't understand, but it's okay. Rook drop is a fork. The silver's not... Oh, that rook drop is also a fork. That stings. Hmm. Do I have any tricks? Or do I just take the lance? I guess I just take the lance. No, it's a mess. Don't run from a fork. I could drop a bishop. Force their horse out of this position. Because it's threatening to slice up everything. Hmm. Um. Hmm. A lance could hit this. Yeah. I wonder. If I do that, they take this instead. Drop that, they push this pawn. Alright, we have chat messages. Again, normally we don't attend to this during the game, but let's take a look. They're apologizing again while they're completely winning. That's okay. Huh. So what do we do? What do we do? Oh, knight drop. King back or over or something. I wonder. If the rook takes here. Okay, we'll try our shot with this. Having the lance in hand cannot be a terrible thing. This is the point I have to hammer home at. Yeah, they take as they should. And this is super difficult. How do I make something from this? It's tricky. Knight? No. I only have one knight. Limits how many traps I can make. Um, hmm. Mm-mm. Well, yes, this belongs back here. Regardless how everything else gets arranged. This is going to be part of that attack. They're just going to cut it off here. There's not a whole lot I can do. I guess I could push this. It's terribly unsubtle. Yeah, so there's that. That sets up a capture here. Wait, I could bishop drop. Yeah, let's do this. This looks interesting. So we sacrifice a knight to gain a tempo and pretend it's worth it. Yeah, let's... yeah, I don't have any tricks here. We'll take that. So... guess we target the king's head here? The opponent needs to do something to defend this, but they have many good options. Which kind of leaves me at a loss. They might also have a mate. Hmm. Yes, I was banking on this counterattack somehow being good enough. I don't know, though. Like, they drop here. Um, I drop here. Oh, my attack doesn't go anywhere, does it? Um, hmm. Interesting. So what do we do? What do we do when everything fails? I don't know. I can say that, like, having something at stake motivates players. Um, for my part, possibly the motivation might be avoiding D-ranking. Um, hmm. Hmm. So if I push, at least my king has somewhere to run. But it gives them a lance to counterattack me. Um, and I'm not prepared for that. I don't think I could underscore just how bad this is, or overstate how bad this is. Um, the sack here is just waiting to happen. Even if I break through somehow with the lance, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I need to give my king... Oh, giving the king room to breathe is double-edged. Whatever. It's good enough somehow. Sitting here idling about it's not gonna improve my evaluation. Um, not some engine thing, but my personal perception of the situation. Yeah. So there is this wide open diagonal that I'm now prone on, but like worse things are possible. Far, far worse things could happen. AKA the Menomate. Um, I was tempted to drop my bishop here and try to defend this, but it's a defense that leads nowhere. I have to do something different. I could bring back the rook. Um, hmm. That's a cool move. Um, hmm. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. If silver takes, we exchange. And just pretend things are fine. If bishop takes, king takes. And again, we pretend things are fine. I guess they could check again. And I'm not gonna... I could sack the bishop. Worse fates are possible, but a knight interposition might make more sense. Gotta run back. Because that's the legal move in this situation. Silver takes is possible. And if I take back, bishop takes, and I'm kind of in a universe of hurt here. But what else can I do? If I push, they just check. Knight takes, etc. So that's no better.
これより秒読みに入ります。
So I guess this is going to have to be okay. Again, I have to block this somehow. So I block it. They take, I take. They drop a knight, I drop a piece. We keep exchanging over and over. They could do knight takes pawn. Oh, that's also possible. Wait. What does this look like? If I take that, rook takes. If I take
30
the...
秒
Like, how dead am I? Pretty dead.
40秒
Interesting.
50秒 1、2、3
Well, we'll try to fight back this way. This doesn't really feel like fighting back. At least as I know it. Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to rely on some crazy counter shot here, because I'm dropping my gold. pawn takes is the impulsive move here. But it's hard to do better. Might be possible to do better. Okay, how does my king escape this? It doesn't, but if we pretend that it does,
40秒
I've got to cut across the middle of the board.
50秒 1、2
Okay, we have to do this. If they check and if I move the gold over, it's not good news. Okay. That's also not good news. I don't have a choice but to go this way. If I go up, this drop check is fatal. Here, I'm just losing a gold general in a position where I'm already down like 35 pieces, so what's one more general worth? There's if I go up, they check me, and I have no choice but to go back. Alright, so we're on the run. We are on the run. Isn't this fun? Our opponent enters time pressure.
これより秒読みに入ります。
We just go up the board. The only thing I can do in my favor here is try to make use of the time pressure situation, which really isn't a deal unless my opponent makes it a deal. Or unless they're, I don't know, it can be tricky to find resources with the clock ticking, but depends.
30秒
Yeah. I don't know. Shogi's not easy.
40秒
That sets up a mate net. They're threatening multiple checkmates. I think I just have to keep running. I could pawn drop. I don't see better. So let's go. Yeah, this pawn drop sets up a piece drop here. But I have dropped my piece where my opponent wants to drop theirs. They do have another way forward here, however. It's interesting. Silver takes check. Oh. Wait, really? Okay, that makes sense, actually. Hmm. That's disappointing.
30秒。40秒。
Well, let's do the bold move. It doesn't work, but let's pretend it does. Thanks for the game. Nicely played. Alright, so the idea behind a teaching ladder game is that we get to play the game and then review it together. Yeah. Oh. Sure, if they do care to lead the review, that's fine by me. Yeah. I did exercise some of my thoughts about the game during the game. So if they have opinions that they want to share, that's more than fine. Otherwise, I could try to get my own thoughts. Oh. Sure. Uh, uh, and whatever thoughts you have along the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to have a conversation about the game. Um, uh, there. Oh! Ah! Can just move the pieces. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. This is how the UI works. So, yeah, I can see the pieces as they move these, and this allows us to review games together, which is unlike chess servers and unlike most other strategy game servers, although I think Online Go, OGS, also has this feature. So yeah, I played opposing rook. It's not my strongest opening. Our opponent played this really awesome tactic here, and I reacted poorly to it, didn't I? Well, I'm not so sure. I had a hard time reading this. I mean, I agree that it's a mistake, but please explain. uh, uh, I thought it was pawn 8-4. I don't understand this position. I'm a bit confused by it. Yeah. No, that was a really good shot that they found. It's hard for me. Like, hmm. Yeah. Well, okay. Uh, yeah, this seems necessary. So did it all come down to just one pawn drop and a cascade of tactics from that? Um, hmm. I thought if they dropped their rook, like, I could drop mine. And Uh, yeah. So I thought, like, if they dropped here, I thought I had this. Oh, can I not draw the arrow? Yeah, here. I don't know if this works for certain, but I thought maybe I could do this. Wait. This is kind of interesting. I didn't see this coming. Ay, sharp stuff. Um, uh, yeah, they mentioned they made some mistakes, but um, yeah, I made bigger mistakes, apparently. I'm not sure. Yeah. Shogi's so hard. Hmm. I guess maybe some people are hard on themselves. Um, yeah, there are so many tactics here. Um, hmm. Oh, wait. That's incredible that if this is playable. Either way, I'm losing a silver for nothing. It seems, yeah, kind of like death. Yeah, it's pretty awesome how they can just take all my pieces and I don't have anything I can do. I guess such is opposing rook. Like, if you play this, you have to play really carefully and skillfully. Um, um, yeah, this is perhaps our first time using this tool. Generally, the player who loses the game is the one starting the review, but I'm more than glad to give them this opportunity because I am not in the best mood to review my own game here. So I thought about this. Hmm. I was really opposed to doing this just because, like, my castle really comes apart if I do that. But, like, long term, my gold doesn't belong here. Short term, maybe. But it takes forever to get this back to next to my king. But maybe I have to do it. Maybe it's necessary after all. Oh, I have a lot to learn about these systems, so um yeah, if they say this is normal, that's got to be normal then. Huh. I know I've played it. I just don't know. Like, I live in an ocean of ignorance. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, this just looks crazy to me. I couldn't imagine it being played. Um, I mean, couldn't I also just, like, yield the rook here? Um, is this so bad? Oh. Interesting. Wait, how in the world? What's going on? How can this be happening? Hmm. No, not that. I mean, you could just take this, right? Drop it here instead, though. Sure is messy. Yes, this has got my curiosity. They could, I mean, they're forced to exchange a rook for two generals at this point. It's just which generals do they want? Um, and then there's fancy tactics around my king, so it's really dicey. Maybe. Hmm. I'm gonna drop back here, right? I don't think the tactics end just yet. Yeah, Gota looks better here. Um, hmm. Why do I not have some awesome tactic? That's... Oh! Yeah, that makes sense. This is a reasonable counterattacking try. I'm not sure that works, but it's a reasonable try. I don't know. Um, I'll have to take their word for it because they're reading more carefully than I am, but it sure looks tricky. Um, I think they emerge better there. So their conclusion's probably right. I forget how we got here, but whatever whatever this means, they're probably right. It could just be that my horse retreat sucks, but like the whole idea is predicated on that. So, oh right, my rook sack or exchange for the bishop. Yeah, yeah. So this idea of giving the rook for the bishop directly is not so hot. Um, yeah. Hmm. So maybe this instead. I don't know. Sad to retreat though. We have to push our luck. Um, wait, what? What does this mean? That's interesting. Um, hmm. Well, uh, there are still more attack. Well, no. Yeah, all my shots don't seem to work. It's kind of complicated. Yeah, so I can still drop back. Um, actually, wait. Before I do that, wait, no, I'm sorry. Because this is lined up, yeah, I do need to drop back. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's right. Oops. Sorry. I'm having difficulty keeping up. My bad. Uh, there's a lot of shots, but yeah, maybe the silver retreat's better. I don't like it, but maybe I have to do it anyway. Um, yeah, because that shot's available here, maybe I shoot this first. Um, maybe. Uh, I'm still yielding something here, but um, hmm. This might have some chances. This also might have some chances. Um, any and all these variations seem better than the game, though. But the game kind of sucked. Yeah. Opposing rook's not easy to learn, is it? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Like, it's hard. Ay, ay, ay. I was caught off guard by this stuff. But then again, I'm using the ladder as a means to try to learn stuff, and yeah, at least we're learning something. It's kind of incredible that I have time for this, um, but seemingly I have more than ample time for it, and every rook drop or whatever is covered. And oh, what stands out, what's unique about this is, yeah, that third file exchange or third file my pawn push. That's what makes the system unique. And if I wanted to dodge all this, I just wouldn't push that pawn and create the pawn tension. Um, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. So I'm gonna agree for the sake of agreement, because we're this is hard to reach consensus on. Um, mm, just reading stuff like this during the game. It's rough. Yep, yep, yep. I don't know. You could dance around with this stuff all day. During the game, I couldn't find an answer for it, but maybe there is an answer somewhere. Um, yeah. Right, right, right. Yeah, that kind of thing is just all over the place. Um, hmm. Well, If we do that here, then there's like this sort of thing coming in. And like, how do I stop that? There's also this. Um, hmm. Yeah, so this is a hard system. We don't need to pretend there's an easy solution here. Um, hmm. Does a rook trade actually... I guess it does favor me, doesn't it? Yeah, I forgot. The rook trade favors the swinging rook over the static rook. That's something I just keep forgetting about this system. Usually I'm able to resort to tactics to get my way. But this time, things absolutely did not go my way. How many different ways am I going to find to phrase that same thing? How much dead air can I fill? Um, I don't know that this is playable either. uh, uh, yeah. Uh, it's a tricky system. You have to get things just right. We're not going to reach any grand conclusions here about it. Yeah. Um, yeah, actually, I should have done it that way. Right, so they should have done this. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, I flubbed my chance to recover after they dropped the rook on the wrong square. Or after they promoted it incorrectly. I had a chance to recover, or at least get something back out of it. Yeah, this is clearly better. Um, like, I should still do this. Uh, go to still better. Um, yeah. It's not so easy here. Yeah. Instead, I just gave up a knight for nothing. And the knight ended up being the piece that checkmates me, so... Hmm. Like, this is... Hmm. They're telling me I should leave this closed. Um... Well, I mean... So, like... Here you've got stuff like this. Um... This is pretty convincing. It's not even close. Or, I mean, maybe silver drop instead, but Hmm. I mean, yeah, that's possible too. There's, yeah, many, many problems in this position. Hmm. Okay. We're counting the checkmates, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. So it's a tough, tough situation. That's why I wanted my gold over there. Yeah. 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 If you have too many close games, you'll you'll get a hang of it. I tried to make it complicated, but there's nothing I could really do here. Um, Probably this, but then I think I wonder. I think there's still this. So after we take check, like it's still, I don't know. Um, this looks pretty dire. Yeah, so I could try this, I guess. Um, hmm. It's not easy to defend this, is it? Nope, sure ain't easy. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I misplayed this. It actually looks somewhat reasonable. Hmm. Yeah, something ain't right here. Um, Maybe we take this anyway. Hmm. There's got to be some way to break in this damn thing. Hmm. Oh well. Um, hmm. So that's one angle of attack. Hmm. There's also this angle. Um, but usually this sort of thing would be useful. Yeah, a knight would be kind of awesome there. Oh wait, I gave away the knight, didn't I? Wait a second. Wait. Oh wait, you actually have it. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's not so easy to defend against an unstoppable attack. Yeah. Yeah. My opponent complained about making mistakes, but I showed what making real mistakes is like. Not to be outdone on the mistake making. Um, but yeah, this is why I played this desperate stuff. Yeah. Because none of this stuff works. It's... I don't know. Like, my desperate try is one piece away from being alive. It requires some accurate play. The rest of this, even if they don't find the mate, I'm still dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so there is that. That's pretty clever. Um, that's really clever. Not a whole lot I can do here. So, yeah, that would have wrapped up the game a lot more cleanly, or a lot faster, or something. Um, but it doesn't matter. They still found a win. A win's a win. Hmm. Yeah, there are a lot of good ways to win this. Who'd have thunk? Um, mhm. Yeah, you don't even need checkmate. He, she is more than adequate. Yep, that's checkmate. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot that's defended, but still. Hmm. I'm accustomed to using a large board, but it's tricky to do that while chatting. So, anyway, there's a lot of checkmates available. Um, Hmm. Yeah, so there's really basically nothing I can do here. I could try to run my king out of this maze, but there's no escape. If the king runs up, it's mate in one, so I have to go back this way. Wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is a nice find. Hmm. Yeah, there's mate pretty much everywhere. I was pretty desperate. I was pretty desperate trying to find something. Um, hmm. Not sure about that check. Not sure about that. I don't know about this one either. There's got to be a lot of ways to do this, but, um, I wonder. I mean, this is, yeah, it's checkmate if we can find a way to do everything with check. Oh, wait a second. We can do this. Yeah, that's pretty clever. Right, so that's mate as well. Yeah. If the king advances this way, yeah, it's... Oh, I guess that's a similar situation. And then silver drop. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, what else could there be? I tried to make it complicated, but there's only so much that can be done. Just enough. Um, oh, that's interesting. The king advances. I hadn't adequately considered this, I guess. Hmm. Did I walk into a checkmate? I didn't think I did. It's quite embarrassing if I did. But no, we looked at this, and yeah, the pawn check, gold drop. Yeah, so um, yeah, it's just barely enough in every variation here. Maybe I could have tried the king this way first, but I think the mates are slightly easier to find this way when they have their back to the wall like this. Playing quickly is quite risky. They still managed to pull it off, but that was a really cool rook sack. There's nothing I could do other than not get in that position in the first place. Um, uh, yeah. It's left Mino, but the king's on the head or something. It's really clever. Some advanced left Mino stuff. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm looking for in some of my games. I don't see it often enough to know how to attack it properly. Um, Maybe there is some weakness somewhere. Um, it's a bit weak to the thing. I don't believe that, but I guess I'll have to take their word for it. Like, the whole point of Mino is that it's resilient to lateral attacks, but there must be some trick to that somehow. I don't know. Give him a sec. But yeah, there was a lot that happened this game. The opponent found this really cool rook sack with their as my king was starting to escape. So they say that they need to work on their checkmates, but it looks like they had this completely under control. They're quite resourceful with openings and tactics, so I can't do my usual stuff against opponents that play this well. Wait, is 1425 the 1Q thing? Okay. So we got WordPress. Ah. Cool. Yeah, I'll take a look. SGP Shogi. Mino Castle. Just an article. Even so, it's still something. You can still learn from it. Alright. Weakness of left Mino. Yeah. It'll give me something to look at and test. I can't, for copyright reasons, put it up here right now, but we will take a look at it. Even if it's not copyrighted or whatever, I don't, like, there's a lot of concerns with just randomly clicking links. But we'll get to it sometime. And if there is content from it that's worth sharing, and certainly there is, rest assured we will share it. In the meantime, you all know where to find that. So, do I have other thoughts? I wonder. Yeah. So, I've got to practice my checkmates so I don't get mated so often. That pawn drop in the opening was really clever. So, I need to look for more pawn drops instead of just dismissing variations. I have ideas as to why I'm playing the way I am. Kind of hope shogi, not looking at things. I've had difficulty finding rook drops, but it also means that like the opponent's army is overtaxed, having to cover the entire space where a rook can drop. So you can never move any of your pieces anywhere. Like, I've been there. It's rough. But it's still... That's the idea, though. Like, the ranging rook player has places to drop the rook. The opponent doesn't really have places to drop the rook, but still gets a ton of counterplay. And I've just had the worst time with it. So, I tried something else. Yeah. Yeah, this is quite an exciting game, even though it's a bit unconventional. Both in my choice of opening and in just some of the way the game proceeded. A little bit of banter back and forth. It's totally fine. It's just different than how we normally do it, but again, that's fine. It's probably going to lose the game anyway. So what else do we say? Cool. I guess we'll leave it there. I know I usually scroll up and down through the game record, but this might stun the opponent a little bit. So we're just, I don't know. It was cool seeing them just crush me even without finding the typical mating ideas. So it was good fun. Got one more ladder game to go. So maybe, God willing, maybe I can focus and play well. And maybe next time things will go better. We use these both as an opportunity to perform well and an opportunity to learn. And this is more the latter than the former, and that's fine. So yeah. Either way, it's been fun, and we'll see you around.